What's up everyone, welcome back. Whether you like them or hate them, the Miami Heat have undeniably been one of the best teams in the entire NBA all year long now. They are currently and very likely to remain the number one seed in the Eastern Conference, and when you consider the amount of injuries that they have dealt with, that only makes it all that more impressive. From their big three alone, Bam Adebayo has been out 25 games, Jimmy Butler 23 games, and 17 games for Kyle Lowry, and yet, they have managed to overcome all of that. But now that they are finally healthy for the most part, just how good can the Miami Heat become? We'll talk about exactly that in today's video, and try to come to a conclusion on what their ceiling might be. And if you have been enjoying the content lately, be sure to drop a like on the video and hit that subscribe button if you have not already. But without further ado, let's dive into the video. And to begin, I think we need to acknowledge the pure amount of depth that they have on their team. Far too often, a majority of the credit for a team being good often tends to go to the star players. And while their big three definitely are a big part of why they are so good, I believe their biggest strength actually happens to be their depth. Like I mentioned before, each of Butler, Adebayo, and Lowry have missed a good chunk of games, and if they did not have the depth behind them that they do, there is no shot that they would be the number one seed right now. Not only do they have the leading candidate for Sixth Man of the Year in Tyler Hero, but they have a great all-around supporting cast. They have quality veteran players who know how to win like PJ Tucker and Markieff Morris, along with young, hungry players like Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, and Max Strus. And we cannot forget about Victor Oladipo either, who could quite possibly be the biggest wildcard on any contending team. Given that he's played in only 4 games up until this point, I do not believe it's fair to judge him yet, but come playoff time, his production could make a big difference in how far they are able to go. Now, I am not saying that Oladipo needs to return to the all-star caliber player that he once was, but if he is able to provide even half of that production, the Miami Heat will be incredibly difficult to beat. We have already watched Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo lead their team to a deep playoff run before, but now throw in 2 former All-Stars in Kyle Lowry and Victor Oladipo, and you could have a deadly combination. Again, I am not expecting Oladipo to be that kind of player for them, but regardless, he can without a doubt help them, even as a 10 to 15 point per game kind of guy, along with being a good defender, that could make a big difference for them. They have been relying heavily on Caleb Martin to fill that role for them throughout the year, and while he has definitely performed better than anyone could have imagined he would, asking him to do that during the playoffs might be a bit much. Being able to split that role between Martin and Oladipo will be an absolute luxury for them. You need quality 3-and-D wing players during the playoffs, and that is what both of them can be. And in regard to the 3-point shooting aspect of 3-and-D, they definitely have that covered as well. The Miami Heat are currently the most efficient 3-point shooting team in the entire NBA. With talented 3-point shooters like Duncan Robinson, Max Strus, Tyler Hero, and more, I would not be worried about their 3-point shooting ability. In my opinion, they have more than enough talent in that department, and in a 3-point shooting dominated league, that is very important to have. I don't think anyone could overlook their 3-point shooting ability, but how about their defense? Well, they are pretty damn good on that end of the court too. Not only are they a top 5 rated defense, but their defensive ability helps them to control the flow of a game. Now, they may not force all that many turnovers, but they haven't needed to either. They are a very disciplined defense, and they do not give up many quality shots. They are number 1 in points allowed in the paint to their opponent, number 1 again in opponent field goals made, and number 4 in total points per game allowed. Obviously, they keep their opponent out of the paint, and they force them to take low quality 3-point shots, which they are not able to knock down either. The Miami Heat allow the 4th most 3-point shot attempts, but yet, they are top 4 in 3-point shooting percentage allowed to their opponent, or in other words, they are not giving up many quality shots. And if you watch them play, they take a lot of pride in doing that. They are very good at closing out on shots, and they play with the effort needed to be a good defense. Now, I do question their offense a little bit at times, but I don't think it will hold them back. They have plenty of offensive firepower between their big three and Tyler Hero. And then when you throw in the possibility of Victor Oladipo getting more comfortable, and even Markieff Morris, who can actually be a big time difference maker come playoff time, which the Miami Heat likely remember from the 2020 playoffs, I think they have more than enough on offense. What I believe it will really come down to for them is how quickly can they reintegrate Oladipo back into their rotation, how Oladipo and Markieff Morris coming back will affect their other role players, and if their young players can continue to perform at a high level come playoff time. In my opinion, those three things would have to be a few of the bigger question marks about their team, but in regard to their team as a whole, I think they are without a doubt a top tier contender. But with that will conclude my thoughts on how good a healthy Miami Heat team can become. And what do you guys think? What do you believe their ceiling can be if healthy? Let me know your thoughts by commenting down below and we can talk about it there. But before you go, I would like to invite you to join the official Discord for the channel. If you like having NBA debates and discussion with others in real time, being updated on NBA news, or even being able to chat with me, then you really should think about joining. That will do it for this video though. Big thank you to everyone who took the time to watch until the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and turn on notifications to get notified right away when I drop a new video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.